What's going on, guys? Rice and Miata here, and today we're in your favorite car. So I figured it's the last day. I'm just gonna take it for a spin, make sure everything's okay. The only thing that I'm waiting on right now, we just put the rack in, everything's good. Of course, it doesn't have power steering because it's the Rice and Miata. I already told you guys that. But today, I kind of just wanted to tell you the story of how I got this car. I talked about it maybe a year and a half ago, but it's a pretty damn good story. If you guys already heard it, you already know it's a banger. So I'm just gonna go up the street real quick and back, just show you guys it's all good and everything. But obviously, not gonna drive it for long. I don't want someone to hit me and then this be all fucked up and my life be over. So we just scream. The shield I made is kind of loud. Figures. I might take that off. Literally haven't driven it since I made the shield. It's all bolted down and everything, but it seems to be really loud. Like when I give it a little gas, you can hear it like rattling. The exhaust is a little loud still. Like I said, the EGR isn't blocked off yet. Suspension's junk. Brings back so many memories just like driving this down the road. That welded diff light. Other than the EGR being like open, it sounds really good. Other than this stupid shield, this thing's getting deleted. Fuck this thing. I thought I was onto something. I thought I actually like made something like fabricate wise. Not really. The exhaust is gonna sound so good when I close that. It's like not too loud. It's literally like a perfect sound. It's what a Miata should sound like, but the fucking EGR is really kicking my ass right now. Hydro work? Yeah, hydro works. It's pretty quick. I forgot how bad Racelands were. They're pretty fucking bad. When I used to drive this car like every single day and like the Racelands were in it, literally thought best suspension you could ever get. Like obviously I knew it wasn't, but like I always thought, I'm like, why do people spend so much money on suspension when you can just have Racelands and they're sick? They work great. But we just went up and down the street. Like I said, I'm really not trying to do anything because obviously the giveaway ends tonight and I don't want someone to crash into me nor me crash it somehow, some way. So we're gonna put this back in the car and I'm gonna tell you a good story. Alright guys, so this is it. This is the last time you are gonna see the Rice and Miata until the giveaway is over. The giveaway ends tonight. If you haven't entered, go down below. Ends at midnight. And I thought the perfect video idea, like to actually end this whole thing, is to just tell you the story one more time. I know not everyone has seen that video, and maybe I left some stuff out, and I'm actually going to call a couple friends to get their side of the story, and it was a shit show. It was an absolute shit show getting this car. Like, I really can't express that enough. So, just picture little Rudnick, you know, 16, 17 years old. I remember I was sitting in Miss Tamaro's class. Maybe I shouldn't give names, but fuck it. I was in Oliver Wolcott Tech, and I was sitting in science class. And at the time, I was driving the E30. You know, I loved it. But, you know, the E30, it always broke on me. I got it not running, and the car always seemed to be a problem. And, like, forever, I've always wanted a Miata. Like, I wanted my first car to be a Miata. Like, Miatas are life. The first thing I do is I talk to my mom, like, hey, I'm thinking about getting a Miata, blah, blah, blah. She's like, Chris, you're not getting a Miata. They're death traps, not happening. Like, if you get it, you're out of the house. Case closed. Like, obviously, she wasn't going to kick me out of the house. I'm like, all right, Mom, step back. I won't get one. It was a Miata I always wanted and a Honda Odyssey. I've always, for some reason, I'm kind of weird about vans. I really like vans. I've never had one, but I like the vans. But anyways, So I'm sitting in science class, right? Scrolling through Craigslist, looking for what I can do to trade, because I'm at Subway, don't really have any money, and I really, really just want a Miata. And shit you not, I find this one. He was like, yeah, I want to trade it, blah, blah, blah. It had blue, dude. When I say this car looked fucking sick in the pictures, it looked amazing. Like, I wish I still had the pictures, but it was a whole black car, it had blue wheels, it was stanced, the wheels were sick, and the whole thing was just awesome. So I'm like, I need this Miata. Like, this is it. This guy wants a trade, and hopefully he wants my piece of shit E30. So I hit this guy up in the middle of science class, and he hits me back up. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of interested in the E30. Send me pictures, blah, blah, blah. We trade back and forth, and he was like, yeah, but my Miata's a little better, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's giving me the reach around. So after talking back and forth, you know, he decides that he wants to do it. But this dude, he lives in Boston. It's 2.5 hours away, and I'm like, fuck. It's probably a Wednesday, Thursday. I have school the next day. I'm like, I don't want to wait. I'm impatient. I'm impulsive. I need this car tonight. So I'm like, dude, is there any way we can meet right after school? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, man, come to my house. It's however many hours away. Let's do it. So I'm like, all right. This is the middle of winter, keep in mind. So it's freezing cold. The E30 has no heat. I'm like, I can't go alone. This is dangerous. You know, Craigslist, it's not the most reliable source out there. So he said that I couldn't have the wheels because it wouldn't be worth it for him because the wheels are a little expensive. So I had to run to my house. I had some stock BBS wheels. I don't remember what they were off of, but I'm sure you guys remember, like, the little basket weaves that I spray painted. So I had to run home and get those. And I went up to my mom. I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm going to be gone for a little while. I'm going to sell my wheels. And she's like, all right, yeah, have fun, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm like, yeah, she has no idea what's coming. So I get in the E30 with my wheels, and I get Connor. We're driving through Mass, and all of a sudden, the serpentine belt snaps. The car starts overheating, and I'm like, fuck. So I get off the nearest exit, and I get to this gas station. And now we're sitting here. I'm like, well, now we're fucked. I have no idea what to do. And at the time, doing a serpentine belt on an E30 was beyond my skill level. I had no idea how to actually do that. So I'm over here kind of stressing out. I have no tools, pretty much like no money. At this point, we're screwed. We're stranded. So I'm going to call Connor real quick just to get his side of the story on how he actually felt with this whole thing. Hey, Siri. Call Connor.
Calling Connor. Mobile.
Here we go.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? So, remember getting the Racer Miata, like going in the E30?
Oh my god, yeah.
How was it? Like, if you were to just put it in a couple words, how was that little journey?
That little journey was probably something that I'll never forget because that was the worst fucking, 18 hours of my entire life.
So, just give a little rundown of the situation.
Alright, so I remember you came up to me. You were walking through the hallways in high school. We were switching classes. You're like, "Yo, dude," and I was like, "What's up?" You're like, "You're coming with me after school?" And I was like, "Where?"
That sounds like me.
We're going to Boston. I was like, "For what?" And you're like, "I can't tell you, but it's sick."
I remember I didn't tell you. It was just a surprise.
I was like, "All right," and so I was like, "All right." So then, of course, I go tell my girlfriend, and my girlfriend at the time tweaked out, but then I was like, whatever. So after we got in the car, dude, you looked at me like, you ready? I'm like, what do you mean? Go to your house, you get some ghetto-ass battery pack that has a phone charger, a cigarette charger that we plugged a little speaker into. You get no stereo system in the entire thing. So we were playing at a Beats pill the entire way. You had no in that fucking thing. You had a major exhaust leak, right on the... That thing was dumped on cut Raceland springs. And the fucking... So you're like, alright, let's go. So we get caught in traffic for 6 hours in the middle of Hartford. We didn't even get out of Connecticut. So we finally crest the hill right after the bridge, and you just lay on it. You're like, whoa! We're doing a fuck 20 down the fucking highway. You're like, dude, we're gonna go get it. And then I was like, fuck yes. And then we played I don't even know. We just played some music, and we were just bumping along, going down the road, passing everybody. all of a sudden you just slam the fucking brakes. You're like, no fucking way. I'm like, what? You're like, look at the temp gauge. This thing's like fucking pinned in the red. And you're like, holy shit. So we pull off the fucking highway into this stupid mobile station. It was a mobile and a Shell station diagonal from each other.
I remember this exactly.
We pull out, and you get out, you like pop the hood, you're like, dude, I don't really, no fucking way. Your serpentine belt fucking shredded itself.
Yeah, literally shredded itself.
It shredded itself. So then, like, are you fucking serious? So then I was like, oh my god, dude. So I went inside. I remember I bought some Chef Boyardee and tried to eat it because I was fucking freezing.
I remember that, and we had like no money.
It was fucking, we had no money. So you're like, alright, dude, so like, what can we do? I'm like, I don't fucking know. So you're like, alright, let me ask this guy. You went up to the counter, you're like, can I get some, like, Scotch tape? You tried to tape the fucking thing together and then staple it.
Yeah, don't forget the staples.
Tried to fucking staple it, right? So then you have this bright idea. 6 hours later, we were sitting there. The car was sitting at, like, pump 3 for, like, 5 hours straight. And you're like, dude, maybe Shell has, like, a water pump belt. I'm like, why would Shell have like a serpentine belt? And you're like, I don't know. So you like run across the intersection, go into Shell. You're like, damn it, dude, I don't have anything. You tried buying like this super glue and all this shit and putting it together. So
I was
then, like,
desperate.
I think you actually stapled it, and we tried to drive it. We drove it down the road, and then it fucking snapped again. And then we pulled into this.
Yeah, then we got stuck in that fucking parking lot.
We got stuck in this fucking commuter lot for like 3 hours. Also because you were so dumped and it was rear-wheel drive and you had no tread on your tires. We couldn't even get across because it was a sheet of fucking ice. And then we sat there for like 6 hours waiting for Andrew Marola to come pick us up.
What time did we get home? Like, it was like 2 in the morning?
It was like, I got home at like 3 because I left your house at like 2:15.
Yeah, didn't we like leave my house at like 2:15 in the afternoon?
We left your house at like, probably like 2:15, 2:20.
So yeah, the whole event was just a giant shit show.
It was horrible. That was like the worst thing I could ever fucking do with you. Every time you call me now, and you're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my god, no.
Well, at least you're ready for it now, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it. But like every time, I'm always asking you what kind of car we're taking.
Yeah. As long as it has heat, we're good.
As long as it's got heat and the thing fucking turns on every time, we're good.
Yeah. But that's all I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'll hit you up later.
Alright, later.
All right, peace. So hopefully you heard that. So pretty much he just explained the whole E30 story. I'll just continue it. After that, our friend Andrew Marola, he picked us up. We got home super late. And then the next day, I went to school, obviously. And then I had to wait for Marcus to get out of work. And this time, obviously, Connor wasn't going to come with me because he already knew it was a shit show. So he's like, fuck this, I'm out. So then Cam decided to come with me. Thank you, Cam. And we had to wait for Marcus to get out. He still had the Ford Ranger at the time. I think he got out around 5:30. So he picked us up at the house. I'm sitting middle. Cam's sitting in the passenger seat, and we're off to go get the car. Marcus is the mechanic. He's got the serpentine belt. He's gonna win the day for us. So we get there around 6:30, 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30. It's pitch black out. That's all I remember. And Marcus fixes it. I'm like, thanks, Marcus. You sure you don't want to come on the journey? It's going to be fun. He's like, nah, I got work in the morning. I'm like, dude, I low-key wanted Marcus just to follow me in case it broke because Marcus was the technician. And so he didn't. He didn't follow us. So me and Cam, we were on this journey. And I swear to God, it probably wasn't -2 degrees out, but it was so fucking cold. I remember buying hand warmers, and I was like putting them in my shoes, and I literally thought I was gonna die of like hypothermia. It was so cold. So we're on our way there, and we actually make it. We make it all the way to the dude's house, and it starts snowing. Now it's snowing in Boston. I have like no tread on my tires, and the BBS wheels that I brought are showing wire. So we get there. He drives the car. He likes it. He's like, all right, let's put your wheels on. This is cool. And then, like, keep in mind, I didn't even fucking test drive this thing. I was just so stoked on I was getting a Miata. I was so stoked that I wasn't going to be driving the E30 home because the Miata had heat. The only thing I cared about was getting in the Miata, getting warm, and getting the fuck out of there. So we take the wheels off, blah, blah, blah. We put the wheels on, and then I start the car, and we start to drive away. He's like, yeah, bye, yeah, whatever. We shake hands, whatever, it's over. So now it's probably 11 o'clock at night, maybe 12, and there's probably about this much snow on the road. And like I said, we were showing Belle, and me and Cam were freezing. And literally, we were driving down the road, just driving down the road, literally just mangying down this main road. And Cam looks at me, he's like, dude, we can't drive this home. Like, we can't do this. And I'm like, dude, we have to. And then all of a sudden, the charge light comes on. And I'm like, wait, the charge light, does that mean, like, the battery's dead? Like, I had no idea at the time, like, what the charge light meant or anything. So I'm like, oh, shit, like, is this thing going to break? Like, we have to keep going. All of a sudden, the heat stops working. That's a nightmare. And I'm like, we just got to keep going. So we're going down the road, Manji, and all of a sudden we hear, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Cam's like, dude, pull over, pull over. We pull over into this, like, U-Haul place. And then I popped the hood. And I couldn't fucking believe what I saw. I'll never forget this. The fucking serpentine belt snapped because the only thing that was in the radiator was water. So I guess it froze and, like, it seized and it fucking snapped the belt. And now I'm stranded. I call the dude. I'm like, dude, the serpentine belt snapped. Like, can I get my car back? Because now I'm like, all right, I'm stranded. I just need to get my E30 back. Maybe we can figure this out another time. And he's like, nah, sorry, man. I got school in the morning. A deal's a deal. And he hung up on me. Literally fucking hung up on me. So me and Cam, 2.5 hours away, stranded. And I'm actually going to give him a call. I'm going to see if he answers. He might not answer, but we'll get his 2 cents on this whole situation. Hey, Siri, call Cam.
Calling Cam. Mobile.
He's probably going to be surprised I'm calling him.
You have reached the voicemail box of 86.
All right. Well, Cam didn't answer, but anyways, back to the story. We're sitting at this U-Haul place, and it's fucking 12:31 in the morning, and now I'm freaking out. I have no idea what to do. My mom, I've been ignoring my mom all day because she was wondering where I was, and I just never answered her. So I'm like, you know, the gig's up. This is over. We're going to die out here. It's fucking freezing. We don't have any money for hotels. There's nothing open. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So I say, fuck it. I'm calling my mom. So I call my mom, you know. She instantly answers, she's like, where are you? What are you doing? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Mom, you're going to hate me. She's like, Chris, where are you? I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but you're going to hate me. I just wanted this car. Like, I wanted it. She's like, Chris, just tell me where you are. I'm like, Mom, you're not going to believe me. I'm in Boston. She's like, you're what? You're where? And keep in mind, my mom works nights, so she's probably super tired, super fatigued, and she doesn't want to deal with this. And Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this happened, but, you know, this helped me get where I am today. So she tells me to call the police because obviously it's super cold. It's literally a blizzard outside. So we call. This car's not registered, insured, and the cops get there. Honestly, they didn't even care about the car. They did not give 2 shits. I'm like, yeah, it's unregistered, insured. I just traded this kid, and I was just trying to get it home. I really wanted this car. And they're like, yeah, just come with us. We'll keep you warm. So we get in the police cars, and we go back to the state police station, and me and Cam ended up, like, falling asleep on a table watching Happy Gilmore eating fucking vending machine snacks. And my mom actually arrived at, I think it was 5 in the morning, and I can't even express how mad my mom actually was. You know what? I'm actually going to give my mom a call. What day is it? It's Monday. Hey, Siri, this is my mom.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing.
How's your day going?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want?
You never asked me how my day is going. What do you want?
Do you remember the time you had to come to Boston and pick me up?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere tonight.
Wait, what? No, I'm not asking you to go anywhere.
Yeah, I remember.
How was it?
It was horrible.
Why?
You better be recording me.
I'm not.
You know why it was horrible? I had to drive through the middle of the night after I worked all night. And then you farted all the way home.
I farted all... That's all you care about is me farting all the way home?
Yeah, you and Cam farting in the back seat.
Were you mad at me?
Of course I was mad at you.
You still love me?
I was more worried about you having hypothermia than anything else because you were sitting in a car like a DUMFY.
A what?
A DUMMY. Your brother's right there.
A dummy? You can't say dummy in front of Coop?
No.
Okay, well, how much snow was there on the ground?
I don't remember. It was like a ice storm or something.
Alright, well, you're no fun.
Yeah. Tired. I worked all night.
Alright, well, thanks for your input.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Love you.
Love you too. Isn't she the best? But anyways, yeah, that's my mom's 2 cents. I thought she would go into a little more detail, but I think she knew I was recording and she kind of hates that. So, where was I? So, my mom picks us up. She brings us home. The good news is I got to miss school the next day because we didn't get home until like 6:37 in the morning, so I didn't have to go to school because obviously I was up all night, and that was good. And then when I got home, my mom was like, "You are never, ever getting that car. Consider that car done. The stupidest decision you ever made," which she wasn't wrong, "and you're done." And I'm like, "Mom, you can ground me. You can do whatever you want, but I am going to do anything in my power to get this car back because the only thing I ever wanted was a goddamn Miata, and I had the Miata. It just wasn't with me." So I hit up Orion, he hit up his friend, and I think it was like $400 something to get it towed. They towed it back to the house, and that's when it all started. Haggard Garage just started being a thing. The Rice and Miata came in, and I've had her ever since. And that story right there, I will never forget that story. It was the most biggest hassle getting this car, and that's not, the guy didn't even give me the title because he told me that he just registered the car, so he didn't have the title yet, and that was a whole shit show of itself. Like, months went by of me not having this title, and then he ended up making me have to pay him $200 for me to get the title, and obviously that was like a video in Haggard. I think it actually got taken down, but we drove all the way back to Boston in the little Miata that could, and we got the title at this car show. Gave his $200, should have spit in his fucking face, but I'm a pussy, so I didn't do that. And got the title, went back, and here she is, ready for one of you guys to take it home. So that right there is the story of the Rice and Miata. Like I said, if you guys want to enter to win this car, all you got to do is you got to go down in the link below. It's called www.thericeandmiata.com. Click it, buy a sticker, get entered to win, and the winner will be announced either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. Got some mixed emotions right now. I'm excited and I'm sad at the same time. Like, this is like one of my first cars. It's actually my 4th car that I've ever had, and it's definitely the most memorable car. This is really what kind of started my channel. This really helped Haggard Garage's channel. This car went a long way between the Steelies rubbing down the road, between the Kushas, between the 16s that never stopped rubbing, between turboing it, drifting it, blowing it up. This car has literally seen it all, and here it is, still running and driving, ready for one of you guys to take it home. So I guess that's going to be the end of my video today. Like I said, I just wanted to tell you guys the story of how I got this, how it really evolved to what it is today, and why it's actually so sentimental to me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and getting a FaceTime, and I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm not sure I'm gonna film it right away because I want this video to be a banger. But right there, if you see a incomplete car, it's about time to get to work on that thing because March 27th, first drift event, I'll be there. See you guys in the next one.